we talked about the Hall of Fame with SoCal Val a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so much controversy over
A
this
lot of
Hall of Fame.
controversy.
Good Lord.
And then, and then the Stacy Keibler reveal comes out, about a week ago. And it's so nice to see like how she settled into post celebrity life.
Yeah, she looks lovely. I mean, I saw a picture of her walking with her 3 children. Beautiful family. Seems to have a great husband. Good on her. It's great. I love success stories in wrestling. I love the positive pieces. And I never really gave my 2 cents worth. I sat here and I listened to Val talk about Stacy and how she doesn't think she deserves it. But I kind of think she does deserve it. If you look back on her career and what she has done for the business, she was a very prominent player in that era. Now, I'm not saying, people say, well, this one deserves it more than this one, or this one deserves to be in it before her because she did more than that. That's not the way this Hall of Fame goes. This isn't your typical Hall of Fame. We've discussed this. This is like who they think will help them benefit, what names will draw, what names will sell tickets. I feel like Stacy, like I said, she was a very, very prominent figure in the era that she worked in. And I told this story before. When she first started in the business, she was trying out to be a Nitro girl.
Right.
And I was at the Baltimore airport. I had a layover coming from a long ECW trip. And I had my big ECW jacket on, and she walked over. She was with her mom and dad at the time. She walked over to me and she tapped me on the shoulder and she said, "Do you work for ECW?" I said, "Well, yes, I do." And I introduced myself to her, and she told me, she was just starting with WCW. She said, "All I want to do is dance." That was the one line I'll never forget out of her mouth. "I just want to dance. All I want to do is dance." And I told her, "You're going to do much more than dance. Believe me." I said, they're going to use you for a lot more than dancing. And I was right. Do other people deserve it? Absolutely do. And hopefully they'll get the call. But I feel like, Stacy has contributed a lot to the business as a manager, as just a female. And everybody knows who she is. Everybody who's a wrestling fan knows who she is. And I'm happy for her. She accepted it graciously. She, like you said, she has moved on. I don't know if she acts anymore. I really haven't heard much from her. There was an article up and she hadn't even been on her Twitter in years. And she popped up to just say, "Thank you, WWE. And, I'm happy to reconnect with you guys," and stuff like that. So I'm happy for her, and again, it's a positive story. She has a great life. And I love seeing that for people in the wrestling business, because too many times people get caught up in the wrong things, and we've lost so many of our, dear friends and family because of it. And it's just nice to see a positive piece.
Tori Wilson, also same era as Stacy Keibler in WWE Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You have to also give them that little asterisk, even though they came through that WWE Diva era, they did break in WCW.
Yep.
During a quite tumultuous era where you kind of got an education pretty quick because there was a lot of politics going on and you had to kind of learn on the fly as to what was going on from a business point of view. So whether or not she just wanted to dance, she was thrust pretty quick into having to deal with sharks, having to deal with, getting into storylines, having to learn. She went from Miss Hancock, the standards and practices, to I don't know if they changed her. I don't think she was Stacy Keibler there. I think she was just Miss Hancock, but standards and practices to stripping and this and that. So they kind of threw her straight to the wolves, and she contributed a lot to the end of WCW. So It's not just that WWE Diva era where she's a Hall of Famer. she broke in at the end of the 90s in WCW. So it's not like it's one small piece of time. It is that tail end of the Attitude Era. It's a lot more than just that 2000s, ruthless aggression diva era.
Yeah, and I remember when she came on the scene. I believe I was at I was watching Paul edit the show for the week, the ECW show. We were up in Scarsdale, and I think we might have had Nitro on, and Stacy was on, and Paul said, if I can get one girl, that would be the girl to bring over to ECW. He wanted Stacy Keibler. I remember him saying that, and could never get her.
And guess what? After the tail end of the Alliance era, she was paired with the Dudleys.
Yeah.
So
I
there you
remember
go.
Paul saying that if I had my pick out of all the girls that we don't have, I'd pick Stacy Keibler. So there you go.
And there you go.
Maybe. I don't know. There are so many people who are Hall of Fame worthy out there that have not got in yet, but maybe they will, but for me, like, I'm not going to crap on somebody because somebody else didn't get in before them. She didn't sit on her hands and do nothing. She did what she was told to do. She was over. She took the bumps, she helped get guys over. I think she's Hall of Fame worthy. So there you go. That's my 2 cents.
That's a bold take. Yeah,
people can argue with me all they want. I don't care. I do agree that there's others that deserve it as well, but maybe everybody will get their turn.
Here's a picture of the Hall of Famer with the Dudleys. How about that?
That's a great picture. I like that picture a lot.
I could see your pics. I could see you doing that with the tag titles as well. So that's a play.
Well, I did that
right out of the Queen's book.
I did that with the television championship.
That's right. You did. There you go.
Before this picture was taken, I took one with a belt. So there you go. Yeah.
And as we say, the
trendsetter right here. That would be
Queen
me.
did it first. So there you go.